Okay, sometimes some of these questions are going to ask you for length of the segment, but first you're going to have to do, like they'll ask you in these particular cases, they ask you to do either dilations or reflections, rotations, whatever. But once you have done your transformation, you're going to get a post image of A prime, B prime, C prime. In other words, after you've done it, after you've done the work, you did the dilation, you're going to get points A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay, and it may be in a picture or it may be in in your numbers. You just have the numbers. Either way, it doesn't matter. Distance between any 2 points is established by this. Now again, that's on your cheat sheet. The distance formula is, and I'm going to explain how to use it. But in order to use it, you first must have 2 points. So if I was given a picture, not points, if I was to do this problem, I'd find the point B, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 2, so 5, 2. The point C is 2, negative 2. Now once you have your 2 points, you then plug them into the formula. Now here's how the formula works. My distance is the square root of, now I need to take my 2x's, and I need to take 2x's and subtract them. These are just called subscripts. It's the first x, second x, but it doesn't matter which ones you pick. Your order is not important here. I'm just going to pick my 2x's. That's my x and that's my x. So my 2x's are 5 and 2. So I take 5, subtract 2, and put it here. Plus, now I'm going to take my 2y's because the formula tells me to take my 2y's. And these are my 2y's. So I'm going to take my 2y's, my first y and my second y, and order doesn't matter. So 2 take away negative 2 squared. Now most of you consciously are going to try to put this in your calculator right here, but I refuse to say that's okay. It's much easier just to go ahead and do some of the simpler things first. Like I know you know what 5 subtract 2 is. That's 3. I also know you know what 2 subtract negative 2 is. It's 4. Working it out, you get 3 squared, which is 3 times 3. So this means 3 squared means 3 times 3, 9. Plus 4 squared means 4 times 4, 16, which equals the square root of 25. Now, normally these things don't come out with being perfect numbers. If they aren't, this is your answer, or you can put that in your calculator. Here, square root of 25 is just 5. You make it a decimal, there's nothing wrong with that. Now let's try something without all the explanation. It's going to look like this. They're going to say, find the length of this thing. It's got 2 points, so you must be using distance formula. So the first thing is I find out where A prime is, and I find out where C prime is, my 2 points they asked me about. A is located at 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So A is at 2, 4. And then C is 2, negative 2. Now one thing I wanted to note to you is I could have probably found the length of A to C. Again, let's do this in a different color. From A to C, that length is just counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because it's on a vertical line. You could do the same thing if it was just horizontal, but that's 6. I already know the answer is 6. I know the answer is 6. However, I can make sure that the formula applies, and I'll show you that in fact it works. The formula says take the square root of. Now take your 2x's and subtract them. First number is x is 2, 2. So 2 take away 2. It says to subtract them. Square. Plus. Now I need to take my 2y's and subtract them. 4 take away negative 2. 4 take away negative 2 squared. So I have my formula now is complete. Now I just have to work it out. Again, don't put that in your calculator. That's silly because 2 subtract 2 is 0. Square. 4 subtract negative 2 is 6. Square. Which equals. Now all I have to do is 0 squared, 0 times 0 is 0, plus 6 times 6, 6 squared means 6 times 6, 36, and the square root of 36 is just 6, done. But if I looked at a graphic, I could count spaces. Now, you can't count spaces on something like BC because that's not on a vertical or horizontal line. It's kind of like crooked and jagged. All right, that's it.